Now you see me. Now you don't. So Now You See Me stars Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Isla Fisher, Dave Franco, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, Mark Ruffalo, and Melanie Laurent, and it's directed by Leterrier, something, the guy who directed The Incredible Hulk. So Now You See Me is a movie that I saw a trailer for a long time ago, and I thought it looked interesting. I thought it looked like it could be really fun and kind of cool and sort of twisty in a way, and I was really excited to see Jesse Eisenberg back on screen along with Woody Harrelson, you know, because Zombieland, all that good stuff. So I was excited for it, but I was like, it's probably going to be a little flawed in a way, and I was worried that it was going to have some bad writing and the story was just going to be a little stupid, maybe, unfortunately, but I'll tell you guys what I thought about the whole thing in general. So the story is about 4 magicians who are all assembled and thrown together kind of like the Avengers, and they are doing this big magic trick where they're robbing banks and taking money, and the FBI is constantly on their trail, and they're always like 1 or 2 steps ahead of them. So it's sort of the story really focuses on more so the FBI, and that's one of the flaws of the movie is that the narratives are all messed up. Like 1 second you think you're following the story of the magicians, but then it goes back to what the FBI is doing and it follows them for a long time. And it's constantly changing who you're supposed to be rooting for. I never really knew. I always personally wanted the magicians to come out as the victors, but you never really know who the story is really centered around. It's a lot about Mark Ruffalo, but then again, it's about the magicians as well, so that gets a little jumbled up. So now, that's just one problem. With the acting and the cast here looks like they're just having a really fun time with this movie, and I can see why. I mean, they all get to be out there in front of the crowd, and they're performing these tricks, I would think, live, and it just seems they all work together. There's some really good chemistry here, especially between Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson, because they were together in Zombieland, and they were good in that, and they're great here. And everyone else just really comes together, and it's a really solid cast, and it looks like they're having a great time. They do a great job performing for these roles, and yeah, they're fun to watch on screen. So the direction, I really like the direction. I don't think I've seen a movie directed by this guy, because I did not see The Incredible Hulk, but he does a thing, especially when they're doing their magic acts, where the camera swoops around the whole auditorium or stadium, whatever you want to call it. It really captures all the characters, and it makes you feel like you're there in the audience almost, like you're part of the trick, and it's really fun to watch. And there's a lot of really funny parts in the movie too, and there's exciting parts, and it's just really fun to watch, and the direction really helped that, I think. So, some problems. The story's cool, don't get me wrong, and it's pretty original. I haven't really seen much like it, but there are scenes in the movie that just happen so quick and they just keep rolling. Like, the movie's always moving, and when you kind of need time to sit there and think about to put 2 and 2 together to think what exactly has happened, the movie is already moving on, and I felt myself kind of like, so that just happened. Then we have all these characters to worry about, and part of it is because I think there's so many characters to really pay attention to, and I like all the characters in it. You know, Morgan Freeman does great, everyone does great, and they're all likable, and they're all there, but I feel like with the story, it gets a little jumbled up and confusing, because it just starts moving at a pace that's a little too fast, but overall, you'll understand it by the end of the movie, and it won't be that big of a deal, and it was kind of predictable at some parts as well, but yeah, overall, it's a really fun movie to watch, lots of great performances here, and just a fun movie to watch. I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. The only really problems are just the narrations, and the story is a little jumbled up. And there's this thing at the end about the eye. You're supposed to know this thing about the eye for the whole time, like the whole movie, and I never understood what really went on with that, but whatever. That's a whole nother video. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go see After Earth tomorrow. Not really looking forward to that, but who knows, maybe I'll like it, I doubt it, but I'll talk to you guys later. Please subscribe, and good night, or good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this video, good morning, whatever, see you.